Today's review is the G-Shock DW5600 VT. This is the white NASA version. You guys can see National Aeronautics and Space Administration printed on the side. The back carries the American flag on the keeper. The case back, let me try to get this in camera, carries an etching of the moon, which is really fun to see. And then on the front we have the worm logo, very prominent above the LCD display. And if I use the light up feature, you guys can see a green backlight, and in the center in red is an outline of the moon. So really fun addition. This carries the 3229 module. It's the exact same module that you'll get in a base level 5600 that's not a special fancy edition. And those you can find for around $50 new. This one retailed at $130. That's what I paid. About, I don't know, a month and a half ago, I was checking my email in the morning and I got, just one of those mass marketing emails from G-Shock that announced this really cool addition. And I went on their website right away and this just hit all the boxes. I love G-Shock. I love space history. I love NASA. So, I mean, I had to. Right away, I pulled the trigger. I bought the watch. And sadly, it sold out within a number of hours. And it was only available in the United States. So anybody living internationally, even if you love NASA, you think this is the greatest G-Shock, you weren't able to purchase one, which is really sad. That's a big disappointment. And they limited to one per household. So that kind of told me that G-Shock did not make a whole ton of these, especially considering if you compare it to the standard production, like the black version, this one was probably just a quick batch that they did, and it sold out in the same day. So pretty wild. And because of that, the prices on the secondary market jumped considerably. It reached a high of about $400, which is absolutely absurd. It's kind of frustrating because those people that actually want to buy this and wear it and enjoy it, some of them were left out because scalpers opportunistically, maybe used their cousin's address, their friend's address, their neighbor's address, and they bought multiples. And, that's just super frustrating because this is a really great model, and it would be awesome if everybody who wanted this was able to get their hands on one, even those that live internationally. So sadly, it really just jumped up in price, which also kind of angered me because occasionally I get comments from some of my viewers, and I really try to take all comments seriously, where they say, Bruce, you just don't feature enough affordable watches. You're in the mid-level and you're in the luxury too much, and I want more affordable watches. So when I saw this, I'm like, awesome, I love this. I want a white G-Shock. This will look so great next to my Bling Master and my 5610 Stealth. And I love NASA, and it's affordable. It's $100. So I was like, hey, win, win, win. But no, they sold out, and then they just escalated in value. They've settled down. So right now they go for about double retail. And retail was $130, so you can find these on a good day in the low 200s. And but more realistically, you're going to be spending in the mid 200s to acquire one of these watches. Which, when you're considering the fact that you have the 3229 module, it is non-atomic syncing, it's not a multi-band 6, it's not solar powered, it's not a value proposition. Even at $130, what I paid, it's not a value proposition. You're just buying it because it's a really fun addition that you identify with and you want to enjoy and wear and use. So the fact that even they're going double the retail right now, it's disappointing, but given the fact that G-Shock took this off their website, I don't anticipate them to do another batch. Maybe they do in the future. I sure hope they do. And I hope they open it up to international customers as well, because they could sell a lot of these. And again, it would be awesome if everyone who wanted one was able to get one, and G-Shock just stuck it to the scalpers that were hogging these up and taking them away from people who genuinely really wanted this fun watch. So I hope they do it, but I don't think they will. So if you absolutely cannot live without this watch and you're willing to spend the premium, I think right now is probably the best time. I don't see in coming years this being more affordable or more available. than the mid 200s that it's going for right now, sadly. Mine is not for sale. I love this watch, and I'm going to keep and own this watch. So please don't ask if you can buy mine. It is not for sale. I really enjoy it. Let's spend a minute and look at the packaging. So this comes with a canister that is modeled after the Apollo rocket, the Saturn V. You have the high contrast black and white, the American flag. This side has USA, and on the top you see G-Shock, which is really cool. I love the packaging here. It's so appropriate. And one interesting fact, when the Saturn V rocket was launching into space from Cape Canaveral in Florida, people in ground control really needed to know how the rocket was twisting and angling, getting the right trajectory. And the way they're able to do that visually, at least track the twist and the angle, is seeing the high contrast of the black and the white. So this isn't just fun design language, this was functional for the rocket, which it's just really fun to see. Now it comes in this box that carries a red G-Shock logo and a picture of the moon, or not the moon, the Earth. And why is that? Why is that appropriate? Why is that important? Well, this was taken during the Apollo 8 mission. The Apollo 8 was the first spacecraft that was manned that left Earth orbit and was far enough away from the Earth to get the entire globe in one photograph. So that's what you'll see here. I don't know which of the astronauts took the photograph, but it's pretty famous, and I like the fact that it's included in the packaging. So let's go back to the watch here. I showed you some of the unique elements, but let me show you how this wears. My wrists are 7.25 inches in circumference. I like the way it looks. Will the white age and deteriorate and discolor over time? I'm sure it will. It's a white composite plastic, but I'm realistic about what this watch is. It's not the most technically advanced G-Shock that's offered. It's just a really fun addition that I appreciate, and I'm happy to own and use and have next to my other G-Shock. So let me actually place this on my G-Shock stand and bring it into focus here so you guys can see the three side by side. And I'll make a note about the modules. So again, the 5600 carries the 3229 module, which is battery powered. It's non-solar powered, and it doesn't sync to the atomic time like my 5610 and my GMW B5000 do. So these, once every 24 hours, they receive the signal, they auto-correct to the perfect time, and you guys can see they are they're completely in sync. Now let's compare that, the time at least, to the NASA edition. I set the NASA edition to the second about a month ago. It's been at least 30 days. And you guys can see it's 7 seconds fast. So it's not the perfect timekeeper. It will be off between that 5 and 15 seconds off per month. So every couple months, if you're obsessed with having the perfect time, you might want to adjust the time. I'll probably do that next month. I don't think it's a huge deal, but yeah, it's something to be aware of. So guys, let me know if you have any specific questions, if I missed something in the review, if you want me to elaborate on a particular point. Thanks for taking the time to watch today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.